The Memphis Hilton. Located not far from downtown Memphis. Of course, this is the home of Elvis Presley, Graceland, but we're not here this weekend for Elvis. We were here for Joe Bob and the drive-in jamboree, where we had some celebrity guests and a fan convention. I'm trying to open this up so you can see the autograph of Joe Bob and Darcy the Mail Girl. If you're on Shudder, you probably have heard of The Last Drive-In. So I got to hang out with them for a little bit and watch a movie jamboree that he did at the Malco Drive-In Theater here this weekend. It's our last night here. I didn't want to leave without doing some sort of video to see if we can capture any paranormal evidence. And just in case we need a little help with that, I brought out Haunted Doll Morgan, who came in her lovely tote bag with me here. So I've got her over there all comfy where she was Friday evening when I took that picture and shared it on the Facebook page. Figured we'd make her comfy over there. And it's not quite midnight yet. Let me zoom back out here. This is a fairly nice, whoa, sorry about that. Fairly nice room we have here. You saw the desk and the huge TV over here. And very comfortable king-size bed. Nice little hallway over here. Going to the exit door there. And the bathroom, which I'm sure I don't want to, normally I wouldn't show the bathroom, but this is a pretty good sized bathroom for a hotel room. And one of those showers looks like something out of Friday the 13th, like there's going to be fingers curling out around the curtain any minute now as a hand pulls it back and the killer appears out. Okay, I watched too many horror movies. Which is what we did here this weekend at the Drive-In Jamboree. But according to some tales that I heard several years ago when I first came to Memphis and stayed here at the Hilton, this hotel itself has a couple of ghost stories. And before I continue, some of y'all are probably going to notice the curtain moving over here. That is not a ghost, although I wish that it was. That'd be really cool. That is actually air coming from the air conditioner. Right there, the unit where the air comes out. And it's blowing over on the curtains. It's been doing that all day and all evening. It is 101 degrees, or was 101 degrees out there. It's dropped down to I think the low 80s right now, but it has been a hot weekend. So back to the ghost stories. There are tales. Number one, outside my room, I don't think you can see it. Well, yeah, there's some light that wraps around the building. You can see the water out there. I don't want to open this too much because I'm in my jammies. But there was a little tale they conjured up there called The Lady in the Lake that I think Taps made up when they used to do ghost hunts here. That a lady supposedly fell in down there and drowned, and that her ghost has been seen walking on the water. But they told me they made that up for a Halloween ghost hunt here. Although sometimes legends come from true stories, so you never know. The other story that people say is true, although I don't know if there's any documentation of it, is that I'm not sure how long this building's been here. It's been here for a while, but in the early days of the hotel after it was built, one of the employees here, I don't know if it was someone working on the building or maintenance or one of the hotel staff, but supposedly one of them fell down the elevator shaft and was killed, and his ghost has been seen on the elevators. He's been seen in the halls. I'm not going to go out there and disturb. There's a lot of guests here this weekend, so I'm not going out there in the hallway. But some people have had creepy activity in their rooms, like the feeling of someone there watching them. And sometimes the feel of the bed, like someone has sat down next to them. So I don't think we need to leave the room. And there's no particular room. This could be anywhere in the hotel, and there's like this is like a tall skyscraper of a building. I think there might be 30 floors in this building. It's a big hotel with a lot of guests. It was packed this weekend, not only with our drive-in jamboree convention, but with a beauty pageant that was here. There were children all over. Last night it was too rowdy. I was not about to do a video. Tonight it's a lot quieter. So what I'm going to do now is switch over to the ghost tube for the rest of this video. And let's see if we capture any EVPs.
Waste.
I don't know if you caught that, but a voice said, "Oh, waste," right when I was cutting the video on. What is a waste? Are you the employee who fell in the elevator shaft? Are you a spirit here at the Hilton? Just heard a noise behind me and that deep voice. I'm not sure what that was. Is there someone outside my door? Did you say not or knock? If you're outside there, can you please knock on the door? It's almost like there's a shadow down there, but I don't think that's somebody. I noticed that earlier, but when I look out, there's nobody there. Who is outside the door? Now I heard someone say, "Ooh," and then a child laugh. But there are voices outside there. Those are guests. So I don't want y'all to think I'm getting ghosts outside the door. Somebody just walked into the elevator area out there, and it is a person. They are talking. So I don't want to contaminate the video. Is there anyone in the bathroom? Okay, I heard the guests move away out there. Those were people, because I recognize the voices. I just want y'all to see there's nobody out there. These doors are magnetic. sanitized now, so they're pretty hard to open and close. Hello, my name's Kevin. What's your name?
Your minimums and
Are you a guest here at the hotel?
typically
Emily? Is that your name? Are you the lady in the lake? Or the lady of the lake, I think is what they called her. Do you like the water out there? Now, somewhere behind me I heard a couple of taps. But it sounds like it was outside somewhere, coming from down the hallway. Not this hallway, but outside. Somewhere off out there. Emily, are you still here? Emily, did you fall in that little lake outside? Okay, that was a child, definitely. Is that the child I just heard? Is that Emily? That wasn't you, was it, Morgan? I think your spirit. Morgan's a little bit older. That sounded like a really little girl. And there have been a lot of children at this hotel, so that may have stirred up some activity. They had America's Best Beauty Pageant on the other end of the hall from our convention. A lot of girls from toddler all the way up to teen, or like early teens, like 12, 13, 14-year-olds, and their parents out here. Did you watch the pageant going on downstairs? Did you enjoy watching the little girls in their dresses? Playing dress up down there?
Brave decision.
It sounded like brave decision, if I heard that correctly. Yeah, it was a brave decision to have two big major events at one time in this hotel. It was packed. I mean, like I said, there's I think 30 floors in this building, and every room was booked. They've got multiple elevators, yet there was a line of guests Friday evening checking in, just waiting for the elevator. They were having to go in groups into the elevator. And lucky for me, I've got a room on the third floor where the main lobby is, so I got to walk straight past the elevators and come back here to my room. I did not have to use the elevators. And speaking of elevators, did someone die in the elevators here? Okay, I like like that whisper just now. Is that you? Are you the man from the elevator? My name is Kevin. Please tell me your name. Okay, there was some sort of water noise coming from the... Yes, water. Are you referring to the Lady of the Lake? Was there really a lady who fell in the lake and drowned? It's more like a big pond than a lake, although it does wrap around the building sort of like a lake. It's very pretty out there. It's got a fountain in the middle. Now, there was a light out there, but there's the main little highway road out there. You're probably seeing headlights. But I just heard a woman's voice on this ghost box before I started speaking. Is that the Lady of the Lake? Do you like to watch over the children who swim in the pool down there next to the lake? I just heard a tapping noise, and it's weird. I didn't hear it in the room, but I heard it on the speaker here. That's bizarre. There were a lot of kids in that pool yesterday and today because there were a lot of children here over the weekend. This is Sunday night, so I don't leave until tomorrow morning because the convention went through tonight. The nighttime part of the convention was down the road, down the highway at the Malco Summer Drive-In. Have you ever been to the Malco? To the spirit or spirits here in the room with me, did you ever go to the Malco and watch a movie?
Capital One.
That sounds like a positive answer. That drive-in has been there for a long time. Sure, it was definitely around in the 50s, back when drive-ins were a big thing. In the 60s. They got great food down there, delicious hot dogs. Pizza, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, popcorn.
Firefighter.
Firefighter. Were you a firefighter? Is that who fell in the elevator? Was it a firefighter? I keep watching that mirror because you never know what might appear. Sometimes ghosts like to use mirrors. Morgan, are you... Oh. Morgan, was that you, Morgan? Morgan, say hello to everybody.
Sustain.
I wish we could. It sounded like that said so stay. I wish we could stay, but we gotta go home tomorrow. since the convention is pretty much over now. Except for the people partying down at the drive-in. I just, ooh, I've had as much as I could. Pretty much the celebrities have gone home, except the 2 or 3 that went down at the drive-in for tonight's show. Did you see all the celebrities who were here? Did you recognize any of them? We had Mr. Tom Atkins and Miss Stacy Nelkin and from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And we showed their movie Friday night, and they sat there on stage commentating. And the director, Tommy Lee Wallace. And we had Kelly Maroney, Felissa Rose, Sybil Danning, Fred Williamson, PJ Souls. And several other people. Of course, these are people that were mostly known in the 70s and 80s.
About to speak.
Were you around during the 70s and 80s? Is there someone inside the room here in the hallway? My ankle just popped. Heard, yeah. Can you make that bathroom door close, please? I left it open a little bit just for you, if you'd like to kind of push on it and make it go in or out. Channel? You need to channel some energy. Got Turtle. Katrina. Who is Katrina?
Yes.
Who is Katrina? Goodness, there's a lot of talking. Who is Katrina? That's a closet there, in case anybody's wondering. This room is not connected with the one next door. Maybe you can move that chair. Make it spin around, maybe.
Create something.
It sounds like you might have used up your energy already. It sounds like you said if there was something. Well, that's okay. I can definitely hear you. Is there anything you'd like to tell us? And Morgan, I didn't want to take any attention from you. Do you want to say something? Have you had a good weekend, Morgan? Morgan.
Of power.
The power? Morgan, is there anything you'd like to say? Are you ready to go home tomorrow? It's been a great weekend, all in all. And I'm so happy you came with me.
The full wind.
The full wind.
Extreme line.
Morgan, are you okay? Sound like they just said your name. Sound like Morgan. Are you just kind of keeping to yourself, waiting on me? Oh, my stomach just growled. Well, it's past midnight, and I guess we need to get in the bed, so whoever's been here, looks like the door's still where it was there, and the chair still where it was, I think. So whoever has spoken to us, I thank you so much for being here with us. And I feel like there definitely are some spirits here, regardless of what their true story is. I thank you so much for allowing me to be a guest here in this beautiful hotel. I'm sure one day I'll be back. I've been here, 4 or 5 times now since 2014, I think, or 2015. Alrighty, folks, I'm sorry about that. Any spirits who don't belong here, I've turned the box off and closed the door. I accidentally did it, but I've turned that off and I'm closing the door. So if there are any spirits who don't belong here, please go back to where you belong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Goodbye. And I'm going to say good night. Thank you all out there in my haunted dolls land. And we will be back in hopefully a couple of weeks to do maybe a one-on-one with one of my dolls at home. Until then, happy hauntings and stay safe.